Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for Tuesday, September 23, 2025. And in the news this evening, Donna Donaldson spoke with her brother the day she went missing. A brother of Donna Donaldson gave evidence on Monday that he spoke with her for a short while on FaceTime on the afternoon of July 12, 2022, the day she went missing. Donaldson was last seen at the Chelsea Manor apartment complex in St. Andrew, where her policeman boyfriend, Constable Noel Maitland, lived. Based on the host of circumstantial evidence, police investigators theorized that Donaldson was killed and her body disposed of without a trace. Following her disappearance, Maitland was arrested and charged with murder and preventing the lawful burial of a corpse. He is currently being tried before the 7-member jury in the Home Circuit Court, downtown Kingston, for both offenses. On Monday, Donaldson's brother told the court that he spoke with his sister for over a minute and was able to see the wall and the curtains behind her. He said the curtains he saw were brown. Brown curtains, allegedly with blood spatter, were removed from Maitland's apartment and taken to the government forensic laboratory for DNA testing to see if the blood matched that of Donaldson. The brother was shown a photograph of a section of the apartment which he said was the same background behind his sister during their short FaceTime call. That was the last time he said he spoke with her, and according to him, he did not know whether or not she went anywhere or did anything in particular after they spoke. Attorneys representing Maitland are King's Counsel Larry Smith, Chadwick Berry, Sanjay Smith, Christopher Townsend, and Casey and Kennedy Sherman. Prosecutors in the case are Claudette Thompson and Lorian Tugwell. Badadan gunned down in Old Harbor. 43-year-old Orrin Frankson, otherwise called Badadan, was gunned down while walking along a road in Old Harbor, St. Catherine last night. The police are searching for his attacker. Reports are that about 7 p.m., Frankson, a laborer of Smith Avenue in Old Harbor, was walking along East Street when a man wearing a dark-colored hoodie approached him from behind and brandished a gun and fired several shots, hitting him, who fell. His attacker went over him and fired additional shots into his body. The gunman then ran and entered a Toyota Axio motorcar, which sped away from the scene. The police were informed, and Frankson was observed on the roadway, bleeding profusely. He was assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. No motive has been established in Frankson's murder. The Old Harbor Criminal Investigation Branch is probing the matter. Monday was deadline for cops in Cherry Tree Lane fatal shooting to submit report to Indicom. Monday was the deadline for the policemen involved in the fatal shooting of 22-year-old Jamar Farquharson in Cherry Tree Lane, Clarendon, to submit official reports to the Independent Commission of Investigations. Farquharson was killed by police on Monday, September 15, during a police operation at his home. The police claim that Farquharson pulled a firearm while they were executing a search warrant. After his killing, Farquharson's relatives protested, claiming that he was killed in cold blood, and released closed-circuit television video footage showing him running to open the front door of the house before raising both hands above his head as he appeared to surrender to cops who were outside his house. No videos have been shared of the alleged confrontation between Farquharson and the police. Commissioner of Indicom, Hugh Faulkner, told the news on Monday that a number of steps have been taken so far regarding the investigation of the matter. Statements should all be submitted by today, September 22, 2025. Indicom investigators attended the scene along with crime scene examiners. Requisite exhibits were collected, including JCF firearms, which were processed and boxed for submission to the forensics lab, and the reported recovered firearm was also processed and submitted to the lab. Mr. Farquharson's family have been given access to our family liaison officer for empathetic and sympathetic contact. the concerned officers were interviewed for an initial account, Faulkner said. He also said that once the members of the police team have been properly interviewed, it will then be determined if the matter should escalate to the judge's rule. There can be other processes after that. Coming out of the Section 21 interview, investigations can also be escalated to the judge's rule interview in the appropriate cases. We can't prejudge yet. It has to be stated as a general principle. The Section 21 interview is mandated by law, where officers are required to be interviewed by Indicom pertaining to what transpired. In the appropriate cases, the matter may be escalated to a possible charge, he said. Ballistic certificate delay stalls ammunition case. The wheels of justice are turning slowly for Mario Winter as an incomplete ballistics report continues to stall his ammunition case. The 30-year-old remains behind the bars while prosecutors await the document needed to advance the matter. Winter made a brief appearance in the St. James Parish Court last Wednesday before Parish Judge Natisha Fairclough Hilton, facing a charge of unauthorized possession of ammunition. The allegations stem from an incident on April 6. Police on mobile patrol in Ironshore said about 7 p.m. they noticed the Winter walking toward a local restaurant. They reported that something fell from him, immediately drawing the cops' attention. A search conducted at the scene reportedly revealed a bullet on the ground, leading to Winter's arrest and the subsequent charge. However, the case has been hampered by the absence of a ballistic certificate, a key piece of evidence needed to conclusively link the ammunition to the accused. During last Wednesday's proceedings, the court was informed that the certificate remains outstanding, effectively preventing the case from moving forward. Judge Fairclough Hilton remanded Winter in custody, scheduling his next court appearance for September 30. Winter also has a pending case in the Hanover Circuit Court, though details of that case were not disclosed. 2 facing murder charges following shooting at a party in Flanker. A deadly turn at a party in Flanker, St. James, has left 2 men before the St. James Parish Court facing murder charges. The men, 36-year-old Davian Tex Campbell and 32-year-old Jonathan Troy Young, both residents of Flanker, are charged in connection with the August 21 fatal shooting of 32-year-old laborer Samuel Golding. According to reports, about 2:05 a.m., the 3 men were at a party when Campbell pulled a firearm and attacked Golding. A struggle reportedly broke out and the weapon fell. It is further alleged that Young then intervened and restrained Golding while Campbell picked up the gun. Campbell then opened the fire, hitting Golding in the upper body before the 2 assailants fled in a Toyota Voxy. The injured man was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Young surrendered to police on August 22 after being implicated by an eyewitness. Campbell was handed over by his attorney on August 30 and was charged. When the men appeared in court last Wednesday, they were joined by Jerome Fang, who is charged with assault occasioning bodily harm, assault at a common law, and driving away a motor vehicle without the owner's consent. The circumstances surrounding the charges against the Fang, who was held by the police in St. Elizabeth, were not outlined in court. At Wednesday's hearing, prosecutors told the court that the forensic and the post-mortem report, the arresting officer's statement, and an identification parade statement were still outstanding. With no bail application made, Parish Judge Natisha Fairclough Hilton set the matter for case management on September 30. Campbell and Young are being represented by attorney-at-law Chuma Paris, while Fang is being represented by attorney-at-law Dalton Reed. Murder case delayed as a court awaits a post-mortem report from U.S. A post-mortem report from the United States is delaying the case against Mitch Roy Sterling, who is accused of killing a man by setting him on fire during an argument at a bar in St. James. Sterling faces murder charges in connection with the death of Clyde Harty following the incident in April. When the matter was mentioned in the St. James Parish Court on Wednesday, Judge Natisha Fairclough Hilton inquired about the difficulties in receiving the original post-mortem report from the United States. The post-mortem was conducted on May 10, but a certified copy is yet to be presented. On Wednesday, the clerk of court explained that while an electronic copy of the post-mortem report is available, the Crown is pressing for a printed copy that is signed and stamped. The challenge is, when I reached out to the hospital, they indicated that it can be mailed to the investigating officer's place of residence at the time. They are having a challenge in sending it by FedEx because they are low on cash. This is what they said in their email, hence the reason why we were unable to track it, the clerk said. There is no original document to this. This is the document? Fairclough Hilton questioned in reference to the copy on file. My documents are purely electronic. It doesn't matter what you do. You are only going to get an electronic copy. This is the original. It is not a photocopy. It is not that an original is there and the photocopy was sent to you. Their report is electronic, and pretty soon Jamaica is going to get there, added Fairclough Hilton. Sterling's attorney, Jermaine Campbell, suggested that a statement should accompany the electronic copy of the report, as he argued that most electronically prepared official documents carry some form of seal or stamp to verify authenticity. On the matter of bail, Campbell, who is new to the case, asked whether an offer had been made. The judge explained that she had considered it previously but did not grant it because the person Sterling would live with is a witness in the Crown's case. The clerk then requested an October 29 mention date, and she stated that she is confident the official report will be available by then. But Fairclough Hilton set the matter for case management on October 7 and ordered Sterling remanded. According to investigators, what began as a verbal altercation at a bar in St. James escalated into a deadly dispute. Sterling allegedly drenched Harty in gasoline, then ignited a fire and hurled it at him, setting the man ablaze in front of stunned onlookers. Harty was rushed to Cornwall Regional Hospital with severe burns before being airlifted to the United States for emergency care, where he died. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.